Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in. My name is Bradley, also known as the Swim Coach, and today I'm going to show you my team for Game Week 5. That deadline for Game Week 5 is today, Saturday the 20th at 11 a.m. So please make sure you get your team in by that time. Any changes before that as well. If you do want to join my league, the code is going to be up here or it'll be down in the description. And if you did like this video, please hit that subscribe button. It'd be much appreciated. So let's reveal my team for Game Week 5. What I've done, why, and I'll let you know. So let's jump straight into it. So I've gone for Dean Henderson in goal. I was and ahhing, do I go Dean Henderson against West Ham, or do I go Sanchez against Manchester United? I thought the Manchester United may be a bit more of a tougher fixture. So that's why I decided to go for that. And it is at Old Trafford, so it could be a bit of interest in there. So that's why I decided to go for Henderson against West Ham. My defense is purely the same as what it was last week. So there we go. Chabriar is my first defender. Pedro is my second defender. And finishing off with Marcus Gay. Okay, so again, Manchester United could be interesting. I decided to go for that. But those four players are away from home. So that's the only risk that I have, that they are away from home. Spurs against Brighton. I can see it probably being like a 1-1, 2-1 to Spurs. So I decided there was lots and lots out there that I could have thought about changing. I was thinking about using my free hit, but when I was looking at some of the teams and some of the players, and then the conversion going to the next game week back, it didn't look well for me. So I didn't like that idea. So I think I will leave it to a following week or the week after. So that's one of the reasons why I've kept much the same. My midfield, we've still got Declan Rice, Simeo, Grealish, and Mo Salah. So Declan Rice against City, it is a home game for Arsenal. That's the only positive things. Yes, he did come on as a sub in the last game, but I think there's that rotational aspect. If he does get put on the bench and comes on later on, I may think about doing that switch for game week 6 against Newcastle. So that's one other option there. But the West Ham, I may dominate a bit more with Arsenal players. So that's something I am also looking at for game week 7. Simeo against Newcastle is a home game. Yes, it is the return of Eddie Howe, but sometimes Bournemouth have done really well against Eddie Howe. So that's something very interesting there. Then we have two players that are playing Merseyside derby. We have Jack Grealish playing his first Merseyside derby at Liverpool. And then we've got Mo Salah, who actually scored quite a few goals against Everton. But I think there will be some rotationals happening with Liverpool. I don't think it's going to happen with Mo Salah as much. Maybe when there's like a big combination Champions League and maybe like an easier Premier League. I can't say that much, but not a European contender, shall we say. I think that's when he may rest him a little bit or take him off a little bit earlier. I do have one change. As you can see, I have brought Ollie Watkins in. So I've got rid of Chris Wood. It was a hard decision, but I've decided I'm just going to go for it. I was I'm an iron for a long time. But I think with some of the fixtures that Forest have got coming up, I just didn't like it from my personal opinion. Pedro, again, still in there. Jocko is still in there. I was looking about doing my free hit. And the team that I was looking at, okay, was quite an interesting team. I won't tell you. But, like, this team here is rated, like, I think something like a 93-ish. There were some ones where I could have rated at 96, 94. So it was a bit and ahhing. I haven't gone fully about what Fantasy Football Hub has gone. It does actually say to have Sancho in goal, but I'm thinking maybe for next game week that Sancho comes in because they're home to Brighton, and Palace have got Liverpool. So that was one of the other things. And what was the other one? Gay against Dude. And they would think, I was like, I don't like that. So yeah, and Pedro on with Nico Williams on as well. So I decided to go against that. But I can actually tell you what it actually says on Fantasy Football Hub. Where is it? Okay. So it gives me a 93 for game week, team rate 95, so that's quite nice. And predicted points 62.5. So we will see how that goes. It'll be interesting. But that is my team for game week 5. We are going to save that team, make sure. As you can see, Salah is my captain. Watkins is my vice captain. And also, ladies and gentlemen, here are the fixtures. We do start with the Merseyside derby. Then we go for the 3 o'clock kickoffs. We have 4 of them. Brighton Spurs, Burnley Forest, West Ham Palace, Wolves Leeds. 5:30 kickoff, Manchester United Chelsea. An 8 o'clock kickoff is a London derby between Fulham and Brentford. Then we go on to the Sunday. We have Bournemouth against Eddie Howe's Newcastle, so he's travelling back down. And then we have Sunderland versus Aston Villa. And then we finish it off at 4:30 with the mighty Arsenal against Man City. So we'll see how we get on there. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is my team for game week 5. So put down in the comments what you think about my team for game week 5. What would you do differently? And let me know. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely time. Good luck. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Goodbye from now.